We don't utter garbage, and neither do you guys. We don't speak garbage. It reminds me of garbage. Yes, trash is as if you're shame. That's like an insult. You're nothing more than garbage because it's your gal, buddies. What's up? Back here at our iHeartRadio Emily Curls New York City studio, and we are thrilled to have an artist join us today. Can we give it up for Lola in her youth? Our studio, thank you so much for being here. I'm delighted to be here. You know, you've been creating music for your Insane Me life, yet it feels like this is such a significant occasion for you. You just made your US TV debut. New York. Yes. How does it feel to be embraced with open arms in America? It's incredible. And I feel great right now. A fantastic mental space right now. So everything is going pretty nicely for you. Performed a truly unique pop-up show yesterday. I also did that at night. And it was truly unique. I felt as though I was playing some new music, the upcoming record. And yes, I'm attempting it out now. I've completed my second album at Lady in New York. So wait, it feels great. So you stated you completed the album. Yes, I did. Began it before to my arrival. Amazing. I've simply spent some time working on it. And then I really just finished it. So in what a famous location. Electrifying lady entering something like hallowed ground does recording your album there indicate. I mean, it's among the greatest albums. You know, have you ever been recorded there? It seems strange. So let's go on. Return for a moment because I feel for Messi that sent you into a completely another dimension. And you had admirers who we were only relating to the tune. How did you feel when you saw that? Sort of response from those who care about, you and your music are strange. It's not as though you're aware that you can't give it as much thought as I've stated, that there are moments when you can't take that on. It gets exhausting if you begin assuming the extent to which it impacts people, and like how much people can relate to it. In the same sentence. It's incredible, and the most incredible sensation and item, and you've accomplished so many milestones in the globe. As we already stated, your US TV debut fully booked European portion of your tour Misbehavior that has gone viral for. What has it been like for you since that stood out as if to say, wow, this is taking place, things are taking place for. I believe that meant a lot to you. And it seems like everything has been lovely, amazing. As I believe there's at a certain moment, everything felt distinct, and it's been fantastic for various reasons. And yes, please bring me back to the location and time at where you wrote a disheveled. What was happening in your life? I was sort of breaking up with my ex-boy. My ex-boyfriend and I were just like it was merely a song that expressed my feelings, regarding myself in particular, and I was projecting it somewhat, but at the same time I wrote it while playing the guitar in my room, brought it to my pal Connor, and we were done. Together, they wrote it in the manner of manufacturing it in a studio with, like, the boys, Jared, and it was just a song about that incongruity that I am. Even though you don't, I'm not exactly the same as you. I feel like I'm not in the middle, sufficiently of either of them. Hence it's similar to yes, I was there, and I believe something that struck a deep chord with me and so many people. As you also mentioned, your ADHD tale was like a letter, me, a bit regarding that diagnosis. It has been a constant throughout your life, and how that is somewhat known, but possessing the definite diagnosis. I think severe ADHD is, I believe it's rather a significant issue. It's clear if you know me that I'm really simply a scatterbrained person. I consider a lot of various things have extremely severe motor-like device that sort of runs throughout. Thus, I'd like to include allocation I'm in, I can't stay, etc. And thus, the untidy part of it is like I don't see as much mess as you do, folks. And there's this thing about clean girls, where individuals enter a room and they envision themselves seeing them as I can't physically clean that up since I fail to see why it doesn't process in my mind. Thus, everything is disorganized. And that, that's simply what it is. I believe the secret behind that is similar to the extreme self-acceptance. Of everything that I believe it's a song about how you recognize that this is how you operate, change the way your mind functions, alter your bond with oneself. I believe knowing how your mind functions in a general will always it benefits your relationship with yourself. A deeper understanding of yourself, I've experienced a great deal of. I have 2 diagnoses, such as mental. Additionally, I have ADHD. So these things I am aware that you are investigating these issues. Begin your own research. Doing research can help you find serenity, as you say, and sort of have a greater awareness of your identity. And I believe the reason you are the way you are, I was so completely amazed by your record as well, as I adore Messi and I I adore Messi receiving all of this. Focus. But let's listen to the entire record. Excellent. Let's discuss Arrogance. I believe that was my favorite. As you noticed, I'm grateful that you have such a unique voice and sound already that it might seem difficult to. Is that something you cultivate? Truly needed to invest time and effort in it. Indeed, it did not come readily, but it appeared over a period of time. That makes sense. As if it weren't, I didn't merely think of a sound in a hurry. I want to become this person gradually, procedure, as well as when record labels are, and it's intriguing when record labels, yes. Let's discuss about the evolution of artists, that there is nothing they can do about it. However, the artist can, since development takes years. It's not as though you enter a room and proceed to, this is who I am. Do you understand? That never occurs to you. Instead, you grow and comprehend who you are, after which you, oh bang bong. And after that, and then 5 years from now, I'll be the last night I was like that 5 years ago, changes continuously. Which is the B regarding being an artist, it's an evolution, which explains my excitement. Regarding the new album, you've already been trying to figure out what was occurring in which you claim to have succeeded. Yes, I have made it in the last year. What kind of stage was it last year? Do you participate in this evolution? Process, well, I'm just like everyone else. Like a whirlwind of activities, CUI was only recently diagnosed. Of course, I had something that went on for a while. Last thing I talk about a lot in their chord. There are numerous more things haven't discussed in public that I would want to discuss this album. Stuff I'm sort of reserving for you because, well, you are aware of intimate matters, although it's private. It's also present. I've revealed things in this record that felt incredibly unique and as though people will either be able to relate or not. And it doesn't really matter, am I correct? People have expressed a fondness for the album of, what's the most important thing about your music? It's typical for fans to meet you and someone who asks, can I get a image? No, but they really are a lot. Most of the time, they simply say that it seems to have helped them get over their terrible. That's simply what artists do. Do they realize that I've experienced that? Place they transport you back to with ice when they support you during a breakup. They assist you in grieving. They support you at times of grief. Are you unaware that there are numerous facets? Of, well, so many distinct items that I'm positive that I've been helpful individuals out with. But I'm simply content that I can do that, and that you are aware that's what's happened. It seems like the strangest thing, but it's also fantastic and incredible that this has always been a part of you. For as long as you have been an artist throughout your entire life. Essentially, who was the first individual who wasn't only shown their love for their music to you, but we urged you to go after this ASA full-time profession. I believe anything I wanted to do. But there was never anyone out, was never a person who was nice of like. Though I've always had this in my knowing that this is and that I never having a backup plan. Therefore, I had no other options. Choice. I didn't go and consider, oh, this is what if it doesn't work. I'll do this as if I didn't have any other way. Therefore, I had to figure this out. Have you ever had any sort of items that have imposter syndrome, or I still have imposter syndrome despite everything? Course. As you are aware, but you simply knew in your heart. You think, this is the way. I said, yeah, and I did have imp. I still get it. And I feel like I'm awful. Like it's it. Not a person theatrical, but I'm a terrible artist and I don't know. But you do know. Those who enjoy achievement can demonstrate you're mistaken, yes. And it's wonderful to see you receive so much attention, numerous other musicians, such as Thai creator I was going to explain what it was. Particular experience, such as arriving at work while I was saying with him. But I was also more than just being aware that the verification of your identity, genuinely wonderful, is that it can only originate from, so that you are aware that there is always going to be someone who enjoys other people's music. But as someone who genuinely performs what you're doing and showing regard for, when you hear your name, it's like, oh, a completely distinct sensation. So clearly Tyler is incredible. Is there anyone else who truly is? Struck a chord with you and got really thrilled that they informed you that Lil Y, Snoop Dogg, and a similar offer is the most insane person? Is there anyone else who slipped into the DMS that is interested in collaborating? There are a few folks I might not mention, not naming them in case they appear on the following album. Although there are a few interesting individuals that have been up all well, but the next since you already have the album, are you considering collaborations for this? Not necessarily. But as I said, I might feel like I'm at the woodworks. Considering potential coworkers, I could get sick from that. But I don't determine whether I've done something a few partnerships. I simply wish to verify that it's the appropriate one for the album. Yes, it makes sense. What do you do when you're not creating music? On my ideal day off, I do nothing, as I was thinking. I don't have a day off. Like, good. I also don't do anything do well, so you're like, I'm not sure not taking a day off. And however, you know what? I thrive when I'm not working. I want to do everything. Things I want to pack on my day off, I'll never be able to do something like that. Doesn't occur for me. Thus, I'm unable to. It's hard to merely sit motionless like that, or simply relax and take a bath. You know what? I have a bath, of course. I simply can't. Genuinely take a day off. But do you such as when you want to relax or unwind? Do you read? Do you watch TV? Do you pay no? You're simply immersing yourself. That is insane. I am aware that it is bloody. And when I consider I simply cannot recall what I mean, I can hack a series that I really like. My focus is so fleeting that I am unable to truly even watch a movie right now. 2. Have a decent selection of flicks. Stuff I've seen under my belt that are fantastic movie I've seen. I must resume viewing films because I adore films. So tell me about the first application that launches when you launch your... I don't open my phone in the morning. You don't use your phone in the morning. Which is, yes, that's what I mean when I say that. I try not to do this when I roll out of bed like initially. So yes, since when your creative juices flow, you can are streaming in the morning, Al, you say. Let me put my phone here. In the morning, I feel better. I am aware that I am somewhat of I'm not really a morning person. I occasionally want to lie and do other things, but I enjoy getting up and feeling wonderful, so I know, where do I want to sit on my phone? Many folks do answer their phones. Sometimes I do in the morning, but I enjoy occasionally, but the app I launch when my phone is like Instagram. Yes, the traditional one. And the final query for prior to us playing our game, you are clearly. Seeing your career progress has been incredible. We desire your return to IH's heart. A lot more times in a year. What? How do you envision your life? I realize that you desire to leave life. So keep on, create amazing music that people would enjoy, feel a connection with. And if they don't worry if I'm the only one that slips up. Hit wonder. So anything but no, I want to be happy. But I really despise that. And satisfied with my identity and then discover more about who I am, and because I believe that's the only way I can music. We're incredibly thrilled to observe you on your travels before you depart. You're in New York while we're here. You're in America. And we assumed you could impart some British lessons to us Americans. Yes? Go on. No, but I'm not sure if you understand what, like you. I'm from South London, going to need to accept that, yes. Since we were, you will need to use additional words. Pull if they're not in the ball. Say one out to the camera. Then tell us a bit about what's going on, okay? Don't even think that this is more than of an old one. All right, Muppet. Oh yeah, well, you know what? It's similar to you. Yes, I believe it's typical for yes. You should mop it just like you do. Thick head, like an idiot, all right. I do recognize a few of these. You simply need to guide us, don't you? Use it, people. I'm exhausted. Oh no, we don't use that, but I assumed you did. That word was merely, do you do anyone? Does anyone use an ACC? Is it acceptable? I can't stand you because of you. To put it another way, do you know leaders? Do you have no idea what a lead is? Lead, I'm not familiar with lead, are you? I'm NACTI and I say brah a lot. All right, I've included a link. All right, link up. All right, that's simple, we do. So these saying, I'm going to teach, which is hilarious. Another person on the dog's bollocks or that nonsense. It's as if the dog's bollocks are the... I adore that. All right, this is excellent. All right, we're getting better. Oh, gas. You're heading farther south there. I'm gassed, but how can you phrase that? I'm eager to get started. So yes, we additionally say that it's gas as we know. That's not what we Americans say. Tell me. Don't gas me, don't get me. Thrilled. And we say, okay, you just like him up by gassing him. Bro, no, you're lying and it's awful. Oh, I see. Like SM gas, this is a little different. But it's still good. In actuality, this is not UKSL is in the United Kingdom. But it's farther up lush like, oh, that's lush. But it's not in the UK. The way you're killing it is like more over regional one. Yes, all right, lush, we don't say luxurious in London. Anyway, you're a wanker, you're a W, yes. That one's wanker, you are. Fantastic. I adore that one. You guys don't say garbage, wanker. We don't say garbage. So please don't. Rub Lear reminds me of this garbage. Yes, the garbage here is as if you're shame. That's like an insult. You're nothing more than garbage since you're garbage. So you know what I mean. Rub also refers to the rubbish they remove. Yes, you are garbage, the rubber. You're rubber. But I still enjoy Thekanine's yes, bollocks toes okay. Toss up, but hold on, what was that? Final one to toss, but the other's two more like a pub, which means there are wicked people there who mean bad BBARE, oh bear. All right, BRE, so there seems there are a lot of evil people there. Then pang PENG, which is new. That's pang, and pang is really good. Yes, it's really pang and prit. It seems positive and could signify, oh my goodness. I have a couple that, this is good, and I'm going to adopt out, fantastic. I appreciate you taking us. I believe that through that, we discovered a many we're delighted to have you here. Can we give up for Lola Young once more in our thank you so much for watching? Studio, you can watch that video if you like it, more over here. And remember to click here to sign up for iHeart. And if you've been a fan for a long time, make sure you press the bell below so that you don't miss any videos, and I'll see you soon. Duration, and I'll see you soon. Duration.